Hello, Oilers fans. Austin here, and welcome to today's pregame report between the Edmonton Oilers and the San Jose Sharks. The Oilers play San Jose at 2 p.m. Mountain, and they're coming off a big comeback 3-2 overtime victory against the Boston Bruins. And there may be some new defensive pairs for this game, which I am very curious to see if Chris Knoblauch and Paul Coffey are going to commit to. We'll discuss what the defensive pairs looked like in practice yesterday during the projected lineup. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below if you think that they should be switching around the D pairs, especially guys like Bouchard and Ekholm. They look like they're not quite playing as well together as they were earlier in the season, so maybe a little switch up here is good for the team, good for the players themselves, and hopefully Edmonton is able to continue to play very well heading into the Christmas break. And friendly reminder, I will also be doing a live stream commentary during this game. If you have not been to a live stream commentary, I highly recommend joining. They are so much fun. I'll leave a link to that live stream in the description of this video. You can click on it, you can hit notify me, and you'll be notified when I go live. Of course, always make sure to smash the like button on these pregame reports and subscribe to the channel if you are not yet subscribed. Hitting the like button goes a long way in supporting the channel, pushing the algorithm a little bit, and helping grow our community. We're almost at 4,300 subscribers, which is incredibly exciting. So thank you all so much for your continued support. And yeah, you'll see some Christmas decorations here as well. I figured I'd spruce up the videos and the live stream tonight with some Christmas decorations. I'll be doing some membership giveaways as well. We're going to have tons of fun today. I cannot wait. But in the meantime, we have a game to talk about. We have two teams that are on completely different paths from each other, but this is by no means an easy matchup for Edmonton. This is what we call in hockey one of those trap games. And I don't mean the style of game that these two teams play. What I mean is, on paper, as a fan of the Oilers, I look at San Jose and I go, oh, this is a game Edmonton should win. Well, that's how you get trapped. You get trapped in that mindset of this is a win. This is a guaranteed win. In today's NHL, this is not like the 90s and early 2000s. In today's NHL, anyone can beat anyone on any given night. You have to be playing at 100% or you're going to lose. And San Jose, yes, they are 2-8 in their last 10. But that doesn't mean that they are a bad team. That does not mean that the Sharks don't play well. They had won 3 in a row, and now I think they've lost 6 of their last 7 or 5 of their last 6, all in regulation. It's been a tough go for the Sharks so far in December, but this is going to be a tough matchup for Edmonton. San Jose is speedy. They have Macklin Celebrini, who is unbelievable. So if Edmonton is not careful, not defensively sound today, they're going to lose this game. And I don't want to see that happen, not on a day like today where we're enjoying ourselves. We're having a good Saturday before Christmas. Hopefully you've all got your Christmas shopping done, because I know I haven't. I didn't even start. So I'm not in a good spot for that. But let's talk about the projected lineup here. First line, I do project it to be Nugent Hopkins, McDavid, and Hyman. However, usually at the first sign of trouble, if Edmonton gets down in a game, which they get down very regularly, they need that first save. If the first shot on goal beats Calvin Pickard today, who I'm assuming is getting the start, it could be Skinner, but I imagine they're going to save Skinner for the Ottawa game tomorrow. If the first shot beats our goaltender once again, I'm going to cry. I can't remember what year it was. It was a couple of seasons ago where I think the Oilers, was it 13 or 14 first shots ended up in the back of the net. It was hilarious. I think that's when Koskinen was on the team, and that played into, his whole, angst with the fan base. Poor Mikko Koskinen. I think he was way overhated. Anyways, second line, we'll have Bud Colson with Draisaitl and Kapanen. Again, like I said, at the first sign of trouble, Draisaitl usually goes up with McDavid. Nugent Hopkins comes back and centers the second line. We'll see if they start them together or separate. That is McDavid and Draisaitl, I should say. Third line, we'll have Victor Arvidsson with Adam Henrique and Connor Brown. Connor Brown has been playing very well as of late. I'd like to see a lot more from Adam Henrique. Victor Arvidsson coming back from injury. I didn't think he looked terrible against Boston, but I didn't think he looked particularly good either. So I'd like to see him try and get his game going in the right direction, which is upwards. Fourth line, Jeff Skinner with Matthias Janmark centering the line and Corey Perry, and then Derek Ryan as the extra. However, based on how that fourth line played, based on how Skinner and Janmark played particularly, I'm curious to see which player comes out of the lineup tonight for Derek Ryan to go back in. I actually wouldn't even be against Adam Henrique coming out of the lineup to put Derek Ryan in. If I'm going to be completely honest with you, Adam Henrique, he's been a nothing burger all season long. He doesn't drive play. He doesn't produce offense. And it's a shame because I like Henrique. I thought at the time that trade was good. I liked his play in the postseason for the most part. But his depth scoring has completely disappeared. I guess he's good on the penalty kill. I don't know. I'd like to see more from the bottom six in general. And Jeff Skinner, again, there's a large section of fans that really want him bumped up the lineup, either on the second or first line. He has not earned that. He has not proved that he deserves that. Until that third period against Boston, he had been on the ice for 5 straight periods without a single shot attempt towards the opponent's goal. And it didn't matter who his line mates were. And I've never seen anything like it. 5 straight periods going back to that Florida game where his Corsi 4 was literally 0%. I've never seen anything like it. And yes, he did have a strong third period against the Bruins. He had a really good shot in the high slot late in the third period, almost tied the game up before McDavid did. But one good shift does not mean that you deserve to get bumped up this lineup. Jeff Skinner has to play much, much better. He's in my doghouse. If I was the head coach, he would be in my doghouse. I would be absolutely scratching someone like Jeff Skinner. However, I'm not the coach. There's obvious reasons why I'm not the coach. You've all heard some of the takes I've had. I'm too emotional to be a head coach. I would be benching players a lot, and it would not be good. Team chemistry would be awful, and I would get fired very quickly. On defense, this is where things get interesting because these were the defense pairs that they did in line rushes at practice yesterday. And I didn't have a video up yesterday to talk about it because just how my work schedule worked, I wasn't able to get anything up, unfortunately. But Darnell Nurse was with Evan Bouchard. And Darnell Nurse's game has been phenomenal this season. He has been great. Other than the first 2 weeks of the season, Darnell Nurse has probably been Edmonton's best defenseman. And I don't think it's been particularly close. Yes, I love Mattias Ekholm, but Darnell Nurse's overall game has been great. I think they're putting Bouchard next to Nurse I think they're just trying to calm Bouchard down, but I think they want someone more mobile with Bouchard here. Not that Mattias Ekholm is a bad skater, but Darnell Nurse, he can move quickly. He moves his feet. Great skater. I think that's one of Darnell Nurse's biggest assets is his skating. Evan Bouchard gets caught flat-footed a lot. And that Bruins game, there were a few shifts in that third period where it looked like he was skating in mud. Darnell Nurse will be able to cover for that. If Bouchard is getting stuck, if he's pinching when he shouldn't be. And for Bouchard, he's just got to be better. If he's hurt, I get it. I understand. We know he's probably not 100% right now, but he's playing through something. He's just got to be a little bit smarter, maybe play a little bit more back. Don't be as aggressive and allow your partner to also help you out. And don't get caught in positions where you're going to give up a breakaway or odd man rushes. At least with Darnell Nurse, he'll have the speed to get back in time if Bouchard does get caught in precarious situations. On the second pair, Mattias Ekholm with Ty Emberson. This is a shutdown pair. This is a pair where I'm assuming if the Oilers have a 1-goal lead in the third period, they will be running these two. Mattias Ekholm's defensive game is phenomenal, and Ty Emberson's defensive game is also phenomenal. Now, Emberson, his advanced metrics don't look great, but he has really good micro stats when it comes to the defensive side of the game. He's good with his stick. He's good physically when he has to be, and I like his game in terms of that just old school defensive defenseman. He's not pretty. He's not a pretty skater. He doesn't put up any kind of offense, but I like the look of this defense pair, and I'm going to be really watching it closely against the Sharks. Yes, the Sharks, it's not exactly a measuring stick game to see how Emberson and Ekholm can handle defensive responsibilities against a team like San Jose, but that's not to discredit the Sharks at all. They have really high-octane players like Macklin Celebrini. Michael Granlund's had a great season for them. They have Will Smith, who's an up-and-coming young player as well. So I'll be curious to see how Ekholm and Emberson play together. I'm really looking forward to that defense pair. And then on the third pair, you'll have Kulak with Stetcher. These are minute munchers. These are two players that have just played consistently well all season long. Brett Kulak specifically has had a great year for Edmonton. And Troy Stetcher, after being in and out of the lineup, he has solidified his spot in this lineup, which is really good to see. I think a lot of fans saw his play last year, wanted him to play more because you could see his game. I like his skating. I like his tenacity. He never stops moving his feet, and he has good vision. I think he's pretty underrated in terms of the vision that he has on the ice, and it's nice to see that he was able to solidify his spot in the lineup. It led to Travis Dermott being put on waivers and then eventually claimed by the Minnesota Wild. Dermott, during preseason, he absolutely earned that contract that he got after, coming to the team on a tryout, but Stetcher outplayed him, and now Stetcher is a regular, so that's good to see. I like these defense pairs. Let's see how quickly Coffey goes away from them, or if he just wants to stick them together and see how they play for about 5 to 10 games. So I'm excited for them. Let's see how they roll. In goal, I do think Calvin Pickard gets the start. Again, as of the recording of this video, there have been no official lineups submitted, so of course, like usual, I'm usually behind the 8 ball on this stuff. By the time you see this video, the lines will have been posted, and they're probably going to look a lot different than this. So if they are different, it's not my fault. Don't yell at me. And let's take a look at the stats here. The San Jose Sharks, they are 11, 19, and 5. They are 4 and 6 in their last 10. I know at the beginning of the video I said they were 2 and 8 in their last 10. That was wrong. Their expected goals for is dead last in the NHL this season, 44.01%. Their power play ranks 22nd, 17.9%. Their penalty kill ranks 20th at 78.6%. They only score 2.74 goals per game, which ranks 24th. They give up 3.49 goals against per game, which ranks 28th. Their Corsi for ranks dead last in the NHL, 44.74%. And their shots for almost dead last, 31st at 45.39%. The San Jose Sharks, they're pretty much bad in every category. Statistical, analytical, doesn't matter. The San Jose Sharks on paper, with the numbers, this is a team Edmonton should beat. The only thing that San Jose has the edge in terms of the stats overall is on the penalty kill. But Edmonton's penalty kill has been much, much better over the last month and a half or so. So I still would probably give the edge to the penalty kill for Edmonton as well. Curious to see how this goes for the Sharks. Again, this is a game where Edmonton should win, but if they end up losing, I won't be surprised because San Jose, they have game breakers. Celebrini is a game breaker. Let's see how they match up against each other. The Edmonton Oilers, they are 19, 11, and 2, and they are 8 and 2 in their last 10 games, including 4 wins in their last 5. They beat Minnesota, they beat Vegas, they beat Boston, and they beat Tampa in those 5 games. Their only loss coming to the Florida Panthers. Expected goals for ranks 6th in the league, 53.18%. Power play ranks 13th at 22.2%. Penalty kill ranks 26th, 74%. They score 3.28 goals per game, which ranks 9th. They score have 2.88 goals scored against them per game, which ranks 12th. Corsi for ranks 3rd in the league, 53.74%, and shots for percentage ranks 2nd, 54.91%. I'm pretty sure the Oilers have only been outshot in 3 or 4 games total this season. I don't expect the Sharks to outshoot the Oilers today. I do expect an Oilers win. My prediction is going to be 5-3 Edmonton, and my players to watch, I'm going to go the 2 first overall picks. They were drafted almost 10 years apart from each other. Macklin Celebrini for San Jose and Connor McDavid for the Edmonton Oilers are my players to watch, and that is it for my pregame report. If you enjoyed it, make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to give me your game day thoughts down below, your score prediction, and of course your players to watch. And make sure to tune into the live stream at 2 p.m. Mountain. I'm looking forward to it, Oil Country. We're going to have so much fun on stream today. I cannot wait. Make sure you tell someone that you love them before the game. And as always, fight like a kid, fight like Ben. Let's go, Oilers. We'll see you soon, Oil Country. Take care.